Welcome back, dear students, for today's English class. Today we are going to discuss about three topics: homonyms, phrasal verb, and tenses. Already last week, we have started that second term portions. Last week itself, we have started second term portions. That the first prose nose jewel I completed. Last week itself, I told you that vocabulary part and grammar part in that new book we are going to take from unit 5. So, because that first unit vocabulary and grammar part already we completed in the first term itself. So, this new topics we are going to take from unit 5, page number 126 in your new book. Page number 126 in your new book. Kindly take it. First one, homonyms. So my dear children, already last term I taught you about homophones. So what is the difference between homonyms and the homophones? So have you remembered that? All of you remember that homophones? The last term, first unit I taught you. Okay. So that's what? A word that is pronounced the same as another word. Homophones means a word that is pronounced the same as another word, which means pronunciation is the same, okay, but that has different spelling and meaning, but the different spelling and the meaning, that is called homophones. For example, allowed. So allowed, here allowed, here allowed means give permission, My father allowed me to go to school educational tour. Okay. So here allowed means sound. He called me aloud. So here allowed means sound. So this is a homophones. Last term I taught you. Now we are going to see homonyms. So homonyms means two or more words having the same spelling and pronunciation. So two or more than two words having the same spelling also same and pronunciation also same, but a different meanings. That homophones, a word that is pronounced the same as another word but different spelling and meaning. But the homonyms, two or more words having the same spelling, same pronunciation but different meaning. So that is the difference between homonyms and the homophones. So this is homophones. Homonyms, I give example, see. This is homophones. So last term itself we saw that. Okay. So now we are going to see homonyms. So homonyms, same spelling, same pronunciation but different meaning. For example, address. See this word, address. Okay. So this address meaning means location. So give your address, sir. This address means location. Give your address. Post this letter in this address. So letter or parcel come to our address. So this address, your school address, your home address, office address. That one is the first address, location. Okay. Second one, same spelling, same pronunciation, but meaning different. Address, to speak to. So this address means what? That the principal address the students in the new year, or the political leader address the people in the hall. So likewise, so this address is to speak to. So that is the different. So that is called homophones. So some of the homophones given in page number 126 in your book: address, location, address, to speak to. The first one, addresses, this is her address. Second one, she addressed the open air meeting. So that's what. Second one, band, B-A-N-D, band, a musical group. So example, the band was playing old songs. So we have some of the band group in our school. musical instrument. Okay. Second one, same spelling, same pronunciation, band, a ring. So we having band in our hands. Sometimes we wear band. That is a ring. Okay. She always ties her hair back in band. So a ring, she always ties her hair back in a band. So usually that ladies, they are tied their hair with the band, hair band. So that one is second one. Third one, bat, B-A-T, mammal. So I am afraid of bats. So that is a mammal. Okay, mammal. Fourth, next bat is an implement used to hit a ball, cricket bat. So same spelling, same pronunciation, meaning different. That is homophones, homonyms. Okay, that is homonyms. Next one, right, R-I-G-T, right. You are right. Your answer is right. Okay, what is the meaning? Correct. He is right. Next one, right, direction, right side. Okay, go right, go straight. We are giving direction. No? That is direct. Take a right turn. So this. So remaining and all given in your book. Write a sentence of your own for each example. How to work out for it. So I hope you understood that what is homonyms. Okay. So next we are moving to the phrasal verb. Phrasal verb. What do you mean by phrasal verb? So have you all heard about phrasal verb? So this is different between homonyms, homophones and homonyms. It is over. Same spelling, same pronunciation. So sorry, same pronunciation, different spelling, different meaning. Same spelling, same pronunciation, different meaning. Okay, that is different between homophones and the homonyms. So this is over. What we given to us in the second term is a homonyms only. That's what. Homophones, last term, it's over. So next one, phrasal verbs. Phrasal. Phrasal verbs. So what do you mean by phrasal verb? Phrasal verb is nothing but that is one kind of verb. It comes along with the adverb or preposition sometimes. For example, page number 127. So call on somebody. A phrasal verb is a verb that is made up of a main verb together. So a phrasal verb is a verb that is made up of with the main verb. So a phrasal verb come along with the main verb together with an adverb or preposition or both. Sometimes adverb will come, sometimes prepositions will come along with the main verb, sometimes both will come. That is called phrasal verbs. For example, catch on. So example, phrasal verbs. Okay, topic number 2. Phrasal verbs, call on. So here call is a main verb. Call is a main verb. On is a preposition. So what I told you, phrasal verb is a verb. It comes along with the preposition or adverb or both. Here the phrasal verb come along with the preposition. On, in, at, under, with this and all prepositions. So likewise. So what is the meaning of, so my dear children, I am telling, we should not take direct meaning from the phrasal verbs. If you have phrasal verbs means, we should not take direct meaning. So there is a indirect meaning in phrasal verbs. We have to understand the indirect meaning in the phrasal verbs. So here, call on. Call on means go and call, not that calling. Okay, here call on means, so what is given? To understand. Call on means to understand. See, is there any relation between this this word and this meaning? No. One word is given, but the meaning is different. Usually, call means go and call the boy. That is call. Here, call on. Phrasal verbs comes along with the prepositions. So, what is the meaning? To understand. So that's what given. Call on is a phrasal verb which means to understand. So likewise some of the phrasal verbs given. Call on somebody. Call on somebody means call on somebody. Here phrasal verbs come along with the preposition and the adverb. Okay. So call on somebody means, so what is given in the book? Visit somebody. visit somebody. Call on somebody means visit somebody. So likewise, call back. Call back means to return a phone call. So return a phone call. Could you please call back in 10 minutes? So could you call back? Could you please call back 10 minutes? So sir, call back, not like that, direct meaning. Sir, I will call back, sir. No, not that meaning. Call back means to return a phone call. Once again, to return a phone call. Could you please call back in 10 minutes? Once again, could you call within 10 minutes? That meaning. Get rid of. Get rid of. Get rid of. What is the meaning of get rid of? Get rid of means to eliminate. Get rid of bad habits. Get rid of your bad habits. So likewise, to eliminate. So eliminate something. So avoid something. That's called. Please get rid of that old shirt. It's so ragged. So we are telling one boy, he is always you are wearing a ragged dress, okay, and a dirty dress. So what we are saying, please get rid of that old t-shirt. It's ragged. It's already torn. Okay, that's what. That is the meaning. Okay, get rid of means to eliminate. Get rid of means to eliminate. Fourth one, keep on. Keep on means to continue doing something. I'm keep on studying. I'm keep on writing. So what do you mean? Keep on means to continue doing something. Keep on. Continue doing something. Okay. So this is what? Phrasal verbs. So there is a verb come along with the preposition or adverbs or both. So we should not take direct meaning. There is a interpretation or its meaning is different. That's what. Kick off. Kick off means usually what we will think of, sir, kick. So that's what. No. Kick off means to begin, start. Okay. The rugby match kicked off at 3 o'clock. The rugby match kicked off at 3 o'clock means what? The rugby match is going to start at 3 o'clock. So that is a different. So that is phrasal verbs. Next one, look after. Sir, look after. Look, sir, after. No, that is a direct meaning. You should not take direct meaning. So look after means take care of. You have to look after your parents at their old. Okay, at their old level. So at their old stage, we have to look after our parents. So that is, we have to look after our grandparents. So look after means to take care of. That's what. Okay, I have to look after my sick grandmother. So I have to look after my sick grandmother, which means take care of. Okay, so hope my dear children, I think phrasal verb is it's understood to you. Okay, so this is called phrasal verb. So some of the exercises are given. So you have to work out it. In that material, I'll give the answers also. Okay, you have to work out this one. Next, very important, that listening. So next week, listen to the teacher and answer the questions. That next class I will read the passage. So today we are going to see that page number 129, expressing likes and dislikes. So you may see that I like means the smiley, I don't like means the smiley, I enjoy this one. So in the WhatsApp, if you're using that phone, most of you using the phone, WhatsApp, so in this kind of expressions will come. Expressions will come. I enjoy, I dislike, I love, I hate. So depends upon the sentence that face impressions will be changed. That is called expression like and dislikes. So what they are asking, the teacher asked the students to express their likes and dislikes using tables given below. What is given? I like. By using this table, what we are going to write? I like dash, verb plus ing. How to make a sentence? I like cooking. I like cooking. So this is what we have to make a sentence. I don't like cooking. I don't like cooking. So here I like cooking, I don't like cooking. So by using that like and don't, we are construct a sentence. So this is what you have to frame all the sentences. Okay, whatever the sentence you want. I enjoy skating. I don't enjoy skating. Okay, I dislike. So to enjoy skating, likewise. I love singing. Okay, I hate singing. So likewise you can construct your own. Next one, it is very important, tense. Tenses. So how many tenses are there? 3 major tenses. Okay, so page number 131. 3 major tenses. What are they? Present tense, past tense and the future tense. So what are the 3 major tenses, my dear children, students? Present tense, past tense and future tense. So see page number 131, present tense, past tense, future tense. Present tense. Second one, past tense. Past tense. Third one, future tense. Future tense. Okay. So by using these 3 major tenses, we can derive 12 tenses. So I already told you. So what are they? Simple present tense. So page number 131, 132, 133, the table is given. So what are the 12 tenses we are going to see now? So in the 12 tenses, how we have to find out? This is simple present tense, this is simple past tense, this is present continuous tense, this is present perfect tense. So how we have to find out? So that's what this table is given. So simple present tense means this signal words are what? Every day, sometimes, always, often, usually, seldom, never. These are the signal words will come in the sentence. By seeing these words, we can find out this is a simple present tense. Okay. So what is the usage of simple present tense? Something happens repeatedly. The sun rises in the east. That is happened repeatedly. I am taking bath every day. This action happens repeatedly. So one action follows another. So if one action is going, follow another. So that also simple present tense. So future meaning timetables, programs, that and all comes in the simple present tense. Present continuous. What are the signal words? Now, at the moment, look, listen. Listen here. The teacher is, I am taking class to you. So what is the word I am using? Listen here. So present continuous tense. So that is a signal word. Something is happening at the same time of speaking or around it. Something is happening at the same time. The teacher is teaching the class. The students are listening the class. An action is happening at the present, current time. Okay, that is the present continuous or present progressive. Both are same. Progressive means continuous. Okay. Third one, simple past. Last ago in 1930, yesterday, for example, I ate an apple yesterday. So signal words, last ago, yesterday, 1990, that and all, simple past. Action finished in the past, mostly connected with an expression of time. So already action is finished, most connectedly with an expression of time. Okay. So, past continuous. One action is complete in the past. One action is going on in the past time, not present time. Past continuous means the action is completed. The action is going on in the past time, finished time. One action is going on in the finished time. That is past continuous. While, when. Okay. Next, present perfect. Just. Signal words just, yet, never, ever, already, so far, up to now, since, far, recently. So what they are given? You say that something has happened or finished in the past and it has a connection to the present. One action is already completed in the past, but that consequence, the consequence is still continuous. Okay. So for example, For example, you watched a movie, still you remember that. You watched a movie, that is over, but still you remember that scenes, that the consequences still continues, that's one. Present perfect continuous means, what is present perfect? The signal words, all day, the whole day, how long, since, for. Action began in the past has just stopped. One action is begin in the past and it was just stopped. That is a present perfect, just stop. Okay, so I just completed my breakfast. I just completed, finished my exam. Okay, that's likewise. Past perfect, already, just, never. Mostly when two actions in the story are related to each other. In past, so past perfect, in past, two actions happened, two actions are related each other. Okay, so the first action should be in the, which had already happened is put into past perfect. The first action, two actions happened in the past, the action which happened first, that should be in the past perfect, second action should be in the simple past, that is past perfect. Okay, past continuous, how long, past perfect continuous, how long, since, for, how long something had, how long, duration of time, how long one action is going to happen. So since, for, so I am studying Holy Cross School since 2000, so how long you are studying, that is past perfect continuous, how long. Future, something is going to, prediction about the future, you think that something will happen, you decide to do something, so spontaneously at the time of speaking, you haven't made a decision before. Main clause, so going future continuous means one action is when you have already decided to something in future, so that also future. Okay, when you have already decided to do something in the future, what do you think, what will happen? So that is future, simple future. Future continuous means an action will be in progress at a certain time in the future. Okay, certain time one action is going to happen. That is future continuous. Something happens because it normally happens. Something is going to happen normally. That is also future continuous. Future perfect. Something will already have happened before a certain time in the future. One action is already happened, not in the past time, not in the present time, future. In future, one action is going to happen. Okay, already something will already have happened before a certain time in future. A certain particular time, one action is happened. That is future perfect. Future perfect continuous, something will already have happened before a certain time in the future. In future, a certain particular time, one action is going to happen. So, length of time or a span of time. So, length of time of an action. Okay, this is what you go through. So, this is what we have to find out what type of sentences. My dear children, this table is very example. The simple present means what we have to do. The simple past means we have to do. Simple future means what we have to do. These are the persons. So, page number 134. So, persons, I, first person, singular. I, first person, singular. We, first person, plural. You, second person, singular. You, second person, plural. He, she, it, third person, singular. They, third person, plural. So, keep it in this persons. Okay. So, simple. If the present tense, simple, I plus verb plus I plus verb. Present continuous tense, I plus verb plus ing. So that's what we are going to work out now. So all the 12 tenses we are going to work out with the one single sentence. Okay. So I already told you present tense, past tense, future tense. In each tenses we are going to derive three tenses. Okay. So first simple present tense. Simple present tense. Okay. So in this sentence, I am going to write a sentence by using this tense. One example sentence. For example, simple present tense, I. In your book it is given I plus verb. I plus verb. Okay. So here I play cricket. I play cricket. I plus verb. Okay. So simple present tense is over. Next, in simple present tense, next one is what? Present continuous. Present continuous tense. Present continuous tense. Present continuous tense. So present continuous tense, what will come? I plus am plus verb plus ing. I plus verb plus am plus ing. So I am. So if I take the person I, so I am put here am. If suppose I take the person we, what will come here? We are playing cricket. So if suppose I take the word you are playing cricket. So depends upon the this persons, the auxiliary verb will be changed. Okay, you see this table, page 134, will be clearly understood. Okay, because I take that I play. If suppose I take you, I am playing cricket. I am playing cricket. I am playing cricket. This is I plus am plus verbs play plus ing cricket remaining. So if suppose I take the sentence you am playing cricket. No. Am playing cricket is it right? No. You are playing cricket. You are playing cricket. They are playing cricket. He is playing cricket. If I take third person singular continuous, he is playing cricket. So third person singular simple present tense. If I take he, she, it in simple present tense, he plays, she plays, it plays. That is only for simple present tense. First one. Third person singular simple present tense, I play. If you take he, she, it means he plays, she plays, it plays. This rule only applicable for simple present tense, third person singular. Along with the verb, yes will come. But remaining and all, it is not applicable. So continuous, I am playing cricket, you are playing cricket, they are playing cricket, he is playing cricket, she is playing cricket. Likewise it will come. Okay, next. Present continuous. Third one, present perfect. Present perfect tense. Okay, so present perfect tense what? I have played cricket. I have played cricket. I have played cricket. So what is that formula is given? So I have played I plus have plus PP. What do you mean by PP? Past participle or verb 3. PP or V3. Both are same. Past participle. What do you mean by past participle? Play. Present tense. Played. Past tense. Past participle also played. Write present tense. Wrote past tense. Return past participle. Give present tense. Gave past tense, given past participle. So if you want to change the sentence, you must know the past participle of all the verbs that you go through. Okay. So here I is given have. So perfect means you have to put have in present. Past means have will be changed into had. That is a slight different. Okay. So I have played cricket. I plus have plus past participle means what? Play, played, played. Then cricket remaining sentence. So this is a perfect tense. Have. Have plus past participle. So fourth one, present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous tense. So present perfect continuous tense, what will come? So here the formula I plus have plus been plus verb plus ing. What is the extra verb we are adding in the present perfect continuous tense? So have plus been. Been is extra, and along with that verb we are adding ing. That is one. So what will come? I plus have. Have. What is the extra word we are using? I have been. I have been playing ing. Verb plus ing. Playing cricket. So that's what. So this is in simple present tense we have seen the 4 tenses. Okay. Next we move to the simple past. Very easy. Okay. Simple past. You can work out yourself. Okay. So in simple past tense means how it will come. So simple present means, so simple past. Simple past means what will come? Here play will be changed into played. I played cricket. So that's what? Simple past. I plus past tense of the verb. Past tense of the verb. Past tense of the verb. Okay. So this is a simple past. So past continuous. Simple past, past continuous. Past continuous tense means what will come? I plus, here am we are putting, present tense we are putting am for first person. Second person are. Okay. Third person singular is. So here first person is will be, here I, am won't come. I was. Okay. He was. She was. That is past. I was plus verb plus ing. So I was, am playing will be changed into I was playing cricket. That is a past continuous. So you are playing cricket is a present continuous. You were playing cricket is a, or will be changed in past tense, or will be changed into were. They were playing cricket, you were playing cricket. Okay. Here past perfect. Okay. So here formula for I was okay. Past perfect. I already told you. Present tense have. Past tense perfect means have. Past tense perfect means have will be changed into had. I plus had plus past participle V3. So how it will be changed? I had played cricket. Okay. So that's what. I had played, I plus had plus past participle or V3. So last one, past perfect continuous. Past perfect continuous tense means I plus, here also we can change had. Have will be changed into had. Okay, past, because this is past perfect. Past perfect continuous. I had plus been will come. So perfect continuous, I told you extra word been. Been plus verb plus ing. How it will be changed? I had been playing cricket. So present tense, we have seen the 4 tenses. Simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense and present perfect tense, continuous tense. Simple past, past continuous tense, past perfect tense and past perfect continuous tense. How we can change the tenses. Okay. So still only one, simple future, and that how we have to find out the tenses by using. So next week I'll give you the homework. You have to memorize this tables. So page number 131 to page number 134. You have to memorize these tables. So this exercise will be very easy for us. Okay. Still we have simple future, future continuous, future perfect, future perfect. That is very easy, like this only. Okay. So along with that, you have to memorize this tables for your better understanding in the exercises. Understood, dear children? So, if you have any queries, you can ask. So, till then, this is your English teacher signing off. Thank you.